Honestly, the IRS doesn't care if you're a numbers person or not. The IRS doesn't care if you know how to read an income statement or not. You are a CEO of your business, which means you have to understand the numbers and to be ready to make confident business decisions in your business. Let's dive right into this episode because I get lit up in January with all this content about why goals don't work and how to set smarter, easier, better goals. Every single year, it's the same thing. And so I want to invite you. I want to invite you not to set another goal, to not fall victim to the strategy that does not work. We're going to shift our identity, we're going to shift our habits, and we're going to create the systems of a CEO. This episode is about becoming the business owner who can actually follow through. Here's what I've seen as the problem with goals. Goals give us as humans the illusion of control. As business owners, we know that we cannot control all of our outcomes. We cannot control monthly revenue. We cannot control every lead or client or how fast they sign. We cannot control everything in our business. Sometimes you're up, sometimes you're down. And the moment those numbers dip, motivation, it disappears. And business owners, they shy away from the numbers during this time. And so this is why goals fail. It's because of our motivation. When things aren't good, we want to shy away from the numbers. We want to skip out on having to do the hard work as a CEO. And it is your responsibility, right? As a business owner, honestly, the IRS doesn't care if you're a numbers person or not. The IRS doesn't care if you know how to read an income statement or not. You are a CEO of your business, which means you have to understand the numbers. It is your responsibility to know the numbers each month. Notice how I didn't say to log into QuickBooks, to do the bookkeeping. It is to know the numbers and to be ready to make confident business decisions in your business. And so we're going to stop relying on motivation. We are going to create together a system that creates identity because identity doesn't fluctuate. Identity as a CEO who shows up no matter what. I was really motivated for this episode. I recently went and ran a Spartan race. And so even if you're not a runner or or like to race, bear with me for this story. I was really excited about this race. It feels big. You train for the event. You're there and you got all these amazing people, everyone who comes to cheer everybody on, the volunteers. You hit this finish line, and finish lines there are huge. You jump over this fire, and there's medals and people congratulating you, and it feels like so much fun. It is a huge dopamine, huge adrenaline. But after race day, there's something that happens. A friend of mine has said to me, "Well, what are you going to do on Monday? Are you going to rest tomorrow?" And I said, "No, I'm going to follow the plan." And the plan, there's a plan on Monday. There's a workout plan for me on Monday. And that's when I realized that for me, it's not the finish line. It's not the finish line in any event, not in business, not when I'm running. It is the daily practices that make up part of my lifestyle, right? Every single run that I went on to go prepare, every single workout I attended, everything that I'm going to do leading up to the event and after the event that creates the lifestyle of who I am. And so my identity is that on Monday, I'm going to show up and continue my lifestyle, regardless of whether or not the race is over or if I hit my goal. And for you, I want you to understand that you do not become a CEO once you hit six figures, once you hit a 500,000, once you hit 1 million. You become a CEO on the path to 1 million. So the race day, it is the goal. But the training, those are the systems that help show up to create the lifestyle. And so to become the CEO that you want to become, the CEO who leads $1 million business, you have to have the systems or the training and show up for that training long enough so that your identity shifts. The training for business is those monthly habits that we have created inside the KSA framework. So here's the question I hear all the time. When do I need a bookkeeper? Like, when do I need a full money team? And my answer is when you're ready to shift your identity. It doesn't matter if you're doing $150,000 in sales or $950,000 in sales. If you are ready to shift your identity and to start thinking like a CEO, then you need a money team. It is important that you have a bookkeeper who is helping you stay organized. Again, I hear business owners say all the time, this year, this is the year I'm going to get organized. This year is the year I'm going to understand my finances. This is the year I'm going to finally follow that budget. But without a bookkeeper to help you organize the pieces of the puzzle, those other systems, those other habits become harder for you every single month. Because let's face it, you're not a bookkeeper. I can't do what you guys do. I can't do it. I am not trained to do what you do in your business. And quite frankly, you're not trained to be a bookkeeper. So, nowhere in our systems, habits, or identity shift is it to become a bookkeeper. You need a money team to handle the day to day bookkeeping for you so that you can then step into your power as a CEO and create these monthly habits. So, what exactly are the habits? The first habit is to read your snapshot every single month. This is your daily run, this is your training. It's the repetition every single month that starts to build your CEO brain. It's the same financial clarity that I used with my corporate CEOs, board of director, private equity firms. I have created this snapshot, taking everything that I learned from corporate and taking the pieces that small business owners need. And we have proven it to work with thousands of business owners over the last 10 years. And so your responsibility as a CEO is to show up every single month and actually open your snapshot. So as your money team is sending you your income statement, your balance sheet, your cash flow statement, read the CEO dashboard, your snapshot, because this is the habit that's going to help you understand your numbers. I'm not asking you to read every line on the income statement. I'm not asking you to understand assets versus liabilities, your cash flow statement. I am asking you to read the CEO dashboard that has been created for you, that's been proven to work. And so your responsibility is to read it. Step two is to talk to your money team. Your money team, they want to talk to you. They want to answer your questions. They want to help you review the trends. They want to go through the coaching questions and review the theme of the month with you. Use your team for clarity and direction. We're not meant to go at this alone. You are meant to have support along your entrepreneurship journey. So, step one, read your snapshot every month. Step two, talk to your money team on a regular basis. Step three is to do the Kickstart worksheets. Every single month, we provide reflection tools, planning worksheets, spending alignment tools, cash analysis. And these really, for me, I consider these the strength training of your program. Doing the monthly themes and worksheets that are provided for you are going to help you lean in to making data driven decisions. I know there's these terms in the industry that say, know your numbers. What does that even mean? These worksheets, they help you know your numbers. They help give you the coaching questions to help you understand the information and to be able to make those data driven decisions like a CEO. All right, these decisions are going to come up every single month. Not every question is at certain revenue tiers. Not every business decision looks like the next business owner, right? We all have a different business journey. We all have different decisions to make along the way. And so we have created the Kickstart Kit to help you make decisions. So before you hire, fire, invest, or shift your strategies, I want you to make these decisions based on data, evidence, not fear, and not your emotion. So every time you have a decision to make, every time you're not sure what these numbers are telling you, or you're ready to finally understand more, I want you to log in to your Kickstart kit to help you make those decisions. Having these tools are going to create the habits of a successful $1 million business. As a 7-figure business owner myself, When I go to make a decision, right? When people ask me, Danielle, how do you make decisions? How do you know when to hire? It is always with my numbers. It is always with the budget. If you ask my team, I have never made a decision without looking at our forecast, without looking at our budget, and making a data driven decision. And these tools that we have provided for you, they are the exact same tools that I use as a 7-figure business owner to help me on my journey. And I am providing them to you so that you can step into your role as CEO. All right, step 5, the last one is to get educated on your numbers. We have so much content in our Kickstart kit. I want you to watch the client education videos, listen to this podcast every week, and learn the meaning behind your numbers. You do not need to do the bookkeeping. You do not need to know the tax code, but you do need to understand what the data is telling you. These financial habits are going to create and shift your identity into being the $1,000,000 CEO that you want to be. Let's review these habits one last time so that you know how to create and shift your identity to be the CEO. This does not matter where your revenue is at. These are the identity and habit shifts that you need to become the CEO of your business. Read your snapshot every single month, no matter what it says. You open your snapshot and you read the numbers so that your brain can build on last month. Step 2 is to talk to your money team on a regular basis. Step 3, do the worksheets that we have provided for you. Complete the coaching questions, complete the worksheets, use these tools so that we can help you shift and create your identity. Step 4, when you have a business decision, slow down, pause, log into your Kickstart kit, use the tools to make data driven decisions so that you're making the decisions based on evidence, not fear, not emotion. Ooh, that is confidence. Step 5, continue to get educated on your numbers. Log into your Kickstart kit, watch the videos, and learn the meaning behind your numbers. Stick with this plan long enough to see results. We have clients who have told us it wasn't on the first month that you sent me the snapshot. In fact, when I came out of onboarding, it still looked like a foreign language. But month 3, it started to make more sense. Month 6, light bulbs started going off. By the end of the first year, wow, am I starting to step into making data driven decisions, starting to shift my identity to becoming a CEO. So stop pivoting too fast. Let these habits simmer. Let the system and this framework guide you, not your feelings. $1,000,000 business is boring on the inside. You guys, it is boring. I have a million ideas that I have to park in a parking lot. I cannot do every single one of them. We show up consistent, steady, predictable, and disciplined. Being a CEO is not a mood, it is your lifestyle. Show up for your review even when the numbers are down. You open your snapshot even when you're nervous. You take the call with your money team even when you're busy. We had somebody take it from the bathroom last week. You follow the system because it works and you don't skip the habit out of fear. This is what separates business owners from CEOs. Commit to the system, not the goal. So we are not going to say this year, I'm going to air quote, become a numbers person. I'm going to finally stick to my budget. Those are not goals. We are going to commit to completing the entire Kickstart framework, commit to the KSA rhythm, commit to the identity of a CEO who shows up no matter what, and commit to consistency, not perfection. Do not set goals until you build these systems. Once the identity is there, then you'll be ready for more strategic goals. Then you'll be ready for CFO planning, creating budgets. It becomes powerful. But let's shift our identity first, create the system second, and then last, we'll create goals to look into the future of our business. Let's understand where we're at now before we go to the future. If you're interested, I want to invite you into this framework. If you are a Kickstart client and you have not been creating these habits, if you do not have these in place, then this is your opportunity to step into your confidence as a CEO. You have the tools, you have the systems. Now let's create the habits. If you are not a Kickstart client and you need help as a CEO, if you need bookkeeping so that you have accurate numbers to look at each month, if you need a monthly themed snapshot and financials that have been proven to work, I want to invite you to go to kickstartaccountinginc.com and book a call with our team. Allow us to share this framework with you so that you have the tools and systems to become the CEO that I know that you want to become.